All right, y'all. Welcome to Street Church. Congregation, come on in. And for first time visitors, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, y'all. I'm going to be talking about Chicago, Illinois. We got another one. And no, it's not about murder. It's not about gangland violence. It's not about any of that. It's not about Money Mac or murder. It's about a hospital. Excuse me. It's about a hospital. Anne and Robert H. Lurie, Chicago's Children's Hospital of Chicago. Anne and Robert H. Lurie, Children's Hospital of Chicago. That's the whole name right there, right? I think they just abbreviate and say Lurie Hospital. It's in Chicago, Illinois. Recently, they faced a. They don't want to come all out and just say it was a cyber attack, which I'm gonna tell you at the end of all of what they just, the things that they were saying, I believe it was ransom spyware attack. That thing that they do extortion, where they extort people through cyber, right? Through cyberspace. The reason why I say this is now listen. Let me give you the backdrop on this. This hospital is the leading pediatric hospital in Illinois. This is what they say, that they are the leading pediatric hospital in Illinois, period. Not just Chicago, Illinois. They served last year 260,000 people. Okay, so the thumbnail you can see is a pretty nice hospital. It looks really nice. But pediatric means children and moms, right? And family. I don't want to like leave out fathers, but this means families getting care for their children and good hardworking fathers getting care for their pregnant wives and their children, or care for their wives, right? Because I'm quite sure moms and children get taken care of, in these pediatric wards, right? And this is what they do, right? We talking about births. We talking about dealing with birth defects in children. We talking about after birth, the follow-ups, right, that need to be done. We talking about children who just end up probably getting sick. We talking about cancer kids. We talking about kids with leukemia. We talking about kids with Parkinson early, or what. I can't think of all the things, but whatever is going on with these children in Illinois, um, Anne and Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago is there to deal with them, right? To help them heal, to help them get better, And so this is an important part of Chicago. This is an important component. So for them to be faced with a cyber attack is bad, and they had to go completely offline due to this cyber attack. And even the people that are associated with this hospital, right? The other practices, like small other medical practices around them, other doctor offices, said that cyber attack affected them from having this, took down their whole ability to access medical records and medical data for that hospital. And even the people who collaborate with them, who are partnered with them, they couldn't access the medical records neither. So this is huge. And we need to pay attention to the new crime wave. I've seen it here and there. I've seen it here. I've seen this crime wave. They calling it ransom spyware attacks. And listen, they've been able to attack big institutions here in the United States of America. Their target is America. For some, I believe it's to cripple the economy and the ability for us to do our jobs and to be productive in society here. And for others, I think it's a new crime, a new hustle for them to get money because they hold that attack ransom over people, right? Hoping that people will send them money before they take their tentacles out of them, right? So they latch on, lock everything down. It's cyber kidnapping. They kidnap the data. They kidnap the records. They kidnap, whatever is in digital form that is important to people, that is important to companies, that's important to institutions here in the United States. And they kidnap it and they ask for a ransom. So it's digital kidnapping. Right? And so we need to be mindful of this, and we need to and listen, let me tell you something. This is how I feel too. This is another thing about the Biden administration. They failing at the border. They failing in foreign relations. And now they failing at the cyber border, because the cyber border is for the United States and any other country, but I'm talking about the United States. Our border in cyberspace is our privacy with our data, personal information, our records, our investments that are in cyberspace. We need a border there. So the Biden administration is failing us with the cyber border. We're being invaded from our border from the north and the south. Now we're being invaded in our cyber border. At our cyber border. No privacy. Just piracy. So listen, this Biden administration, it can't be another 4 years for this Biden administration. Because we're through. I'm calling it. We through. America is through as the country that was once the most powerful country in the world. Every country, like Rome was that greatest country. I think every country is doomed to fail and fall, and I just think that this is America's time to fall. We've already fallen. Like let's just say this was a 4-legged race. 2 of the legs in this race is, I believe, gone. I think the third one is being cut. You see what I'm saying? I think the third leg is being cut in this race, and we're almost on 1 leg. I really believe that about America. And another thing about this is not only were they attacked. Now listen what they went through. First they said that it was they tried to make it seem like what did they say it was? They initially reported as a network outage, right? Then the level went up. It went to an actual cyber security matter. What does that say? So it wasn't an outage. It wasn't a glitch. It wasn't something that they could fix internally. It was something that was happening to them externally. Cybersecurity. And after they labeled it a cybersecurity matter, they end up having to work in collaboration with law enforcement agencies. So that told it all right there. It was external, and that means it was a ransom spyware attack. It was a digital kidnapping of their medical records, medical data, and they had no access. They had to go offline, and that shut down from the leading pediatric hospital in Illinois. It shuts down. It shuts down the leading pediatric hospital in Illinois' ability to provide its goods and services. Not good. But I want to say this too. They said that these attacks didn't happen to them in the state courts. It didn't happen to them in the county and state governments and schools. So Chicago been getting attacked. And there's not been a lot of reporting done about this. There's not been a lot of reporting done about this. Ain't that something? So this should be major news. They should be putting this out here. But you know what? I believe that there's a lot of things going on, and it's because of the Democrat Party, and I believe they're ashamed. So they hiding and trying to save face from these attacks, physically and digitally. It's a lot of stuff going on that we don't even know about. We don't know a third of it, not the half of it. We don't know a third of it. And it's all leading up to that third leg being finally cut off and us being on one leg, and then that leg being gone, and then we out the race. And there's our fall. I could be wrong. We could be the third leg could already been gone. Could be gone. And we're on one leg right now as we speak. So anyway, and we need to start. I mean, these cyber attacks. This should have been something he been doing in his. He could have did three things that would have made him Biden. I'm talking about the Biden administration. Three things he could have did. He could have helped minority communities with real education, not critical race theory or DEI. He could have got better with cyber attacks, spying on America, right? He could have dealt with that, and he could have dealt with the border. And just balanced the economy better. Less spending, and he would have been in. He would have beat Trump again. Because cyberspace is something he could have brought to the forefront and really got cracked down on it. And man, a lot of people would have appreciated that. A lot of institutions and companies and people would have appreciated he was trying to protect their data and their information. And he should have got harsher on social media and them trying to censor certain people. He should have just turned the corner on that. He should have got on the social medias about censoring people and, saying people is giving out misinformation when they not. Just all kinds of stuff. Listen, I'm going to say this and I'm going to be done with it. They have the top social media companies in hearings right now on Capitol Hill. They have the top. They got Mark Zuckerberg, all of them in there. Person for TikTok, Mark Zuckerberg for Instagram and Facebook, So them three right there alone, that's the biggest. I don't know why they won't call people to call the company and YouTube in, because they need to get on them. Because they demonetizing people for no reason other than they want to control it. So anyway, that being said, he got those people in there. They doing hearings. He could have got tough on them and sent the word down to them to get tough on them. But they ain't gonna do that. And that's, to deter piracy from people would have been a big thing he could have ran on. But he's not gonna run on it. So anyway, that's my take on it. I hope they get their stuff back up and running. It was said that the other institutes like the state court, the county, the state governments, and the schools, they struggled to recover from those types of cyber attacks. But I hope it's not the same for the sake of those children, who that hospital provides goods and services for. I hope that those children, medical records and data come back to the hospital, and that the hospital will recover fully. Pray that in Jesus' name, amen. That they will recover all that what they need to take care of those children in that hospital, that it'll come back to them fully. They get all the records and all the data that was kidnapped from them. Because that's what ransom is. You only kidnap something you want a ransom for. Ransom spyware, that's what they calling it. Digital kidnapping is what I'm calling it. But it's not good. And so I hope that turns out for the good for them, that they get all the medical records and data that these people kidnapped them for. And I hope that these people get caught, because that means whatever law enforcement is doing to become better in cyberspace is good. Like, this is the way to go, right? Because we don't know how well law enforcement is doing in cyberspace, which is a border for us now, because it's our information against people trying to cross that cyberspace border illegally to get our information. Because that is our data. That is our information in the U.S. It belongs to us. It's our privacy. And these pirates, that's why they call it piracy, are crossing the cyberspace borders, because we got firewalls. We already got walls. Firewalls ain't doing no good. They breaking through the border. We got firewalls. We got all of these things we do to block them and try to lock it, and they just getting through. So, yeah, this is an issue. This is a big issue, and we need to be paying attention. Listen, this is Street Church. I'm letting the congregation out. God bless.